Aries, welcome back to your love reading for December, because that's what everybody wants to hear, right? What's coming towards me? Who's thinking about me? What's going on in my relationship? We're going to talk about those things for December 2021. First, I'm going to pull... Oh, welcome to Mazda Tarot. First, I'm going to pull some letters to see if maybe those resonate with you. If they do, then maybe you want to pay a little bit more attention to this reading. Energies could be transverse, so make sure to flip it if you need to. If it doesn't resonate, check out your other signs. Energy is fluid, time is not linear, so I could be picking up on things from forever ago, from the future, from right now, or from another person. Okay? Alright, please like and subscribe to support the channel. I'll probably be going live on Sunday for the weekly reading. Okay. Alright, for Aries, I already called in spirits and guides on your last video, and I'm doing them back to back, so I'm using different decks for this reading. Alright, for Aries, what letters are important for the names, initials if you will, for Aries for this love reading? For Aries, we got S. That's upside down. Don't make fun of my handwriting. Just kidding, you can make fun of it. It's okay. Whoa. We got E. So we have E, we have U, M, Y, and J. Messy. Sam. Some. Say. F. So these letters might be relevant to you. We also have a D that popped out. A D that popped out here. Let's see. Medical, medicine, meds. Make sure you take your medicine. July is what I'm hearing. July. Fuse. Yes. So again, so that's U, M, S, Y, F, D, J, E. All right, there we go. All right, so first we're going to start off with the Romance Angels to get some information. Just going to get some more insight as to what may be going on. Aries people, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. Whoever's watching this video, Spirit, please assist with this reading. What do they need to hear? So we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. There could be too many people involved. I'm getting too many people involved. Too many suitors. Let your friends help you. There could be a lot of competition at this time. Ask for and accept help and support from others. So people who are close to the situation could actually give you more information as far as what they see going wrong, what they see as far as the person of interest, if it's somebody that, you know, is sending you a certain vibe, and then if you have somebody who's around, they can kind of give you more insight on that. Or maybe, yeah, this is for yourself. So it's time to take your control of your life back. You could be a little too focused on somebody who's really not interested, unfortunately, or they're not ready, right? They're not ready. And every time, and I know it's harsh, but it's like sometimes we focus too much on things that don't serve us or that aren't for us. So keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. All right, so that seems like it's all like free yourself from attaching yourself to this one person or this outcome. The person might be wonderful, but if they haven't treated you right, or if they haven't shown interest, or if it just doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, you might need to, see what else is out there, or maybe kind of look more into if this person is on the same page as you, right? We also have reconciliation. So this could be another group of people, another group of Aries. Someone from your past is returning to your life. We have wedding. The situation involves marriage. This could be somebody who's in the middle of a breakup right now or a separation. Like, oh my God, I hope he comes back with a ring. I hope he comes back wanting to take this connection to the next level. I hope he or she, realizes how much that I love them or how good we are together. So there might be a lot of hope. So again, this could be energy that you are bringing to the table as far as wants or desires, or it could be something that actually is happening. So for the month of December, you might be heading into a reconciliation. This is like so black and white, right? Or polar. You're either getting back together with somebody or reconciling your differences, or you're going to come to the realization that it's not going to happen. But I think the key here, and then we have to give your relationship a chance. So work on your partnership. So I think the key here, the overall message is like, is this something that can be worked on? Or is this like, we're just not compatible? Or is this straight disrespect? So there's a lot of like, what's going on, All right. How are my Aries feeling with regards to romance and connections, interpersonal relationships? Love. And we'll just call these two groups. So for the unrequited love, for the people who need to free themselves and stop thinking about it, this is grief, right? Ooh. So this is something that I'm actually going through my own situation, therapy and everything, and depending on if you have like a fear of abandonment, or if you have things where you really get deeply connected to people, maybe codependent even, or if you have that fear of abandonment, when people leave your life, you can literally go through the stages of death, right? The grief stages of death. So figure out where you are on that stage. If somebody left and it's not happening, it's time to revert and focus on ourselves and take control of our life. How much of our life are they taking up when they're not even here? And it's time to get back on that horse, free yourself, open the gate and fly, right? But we have to understand that we are going through a grief stage, so we don't just jump into another relationship. We don't bash the other person. I mean, that's part of the stages. The Angus stage, recovery. You will get through this, okay? Rely on spirit, rely on your dreams. I think you're going to get an epiphany regarding this, and it's going to make a lot more sense. You're being guided. You're being pushed into a situation that better serves you. But any little step forward is a step into the future. And right now, I feel like you could be stuck into the past right now, or you're stuck in this hope prison. Then you have destiny. You're destined for something even greater. You have something bigger than relationships right now. And that was kind of like what I felt like I opened up this reading with. I felt the need to talk about or maybe that was the Aries reading previously, but you're more than a mother. You're more than a wife. You're more than a girlfriend. You're more than those things. Maybe it's giving you space to tap more into what you are supposed to be doing with your purpose, or your heart space, living yourself. All right, what about the second group, the reconciliation, the wedding group? How are these people feeling? Quest! Inner child, I'm getting with that. Someone's on a mission. Someone's at a crossroads and they're on a mission. So if you're at the crossroads of a reconciliation, if somebody actually does approach you in the month of December, it's good to look at the dark. It's good to look at the light, right? You got the dark and the light here. And understanding the perspective that you're in, if you were to go back into this relationship, if you were to reconcile your differences, can you fully let go of the darkness? Can you fully let go of that person's errors or your errors? Can you forgive yourself? Can you forgive the other person in order to move forward into a brighter pasture? It's like, where do you want to go? I see that there's room for growth in this relationship, in this dynamic. Everyone once in a while, you know, you're building a garden together, and every once I'm seeing people like pulling weeds, right? And there's like a weed right here, or a dead something died. So there's just parts that need to be trimmed and pruned and pulled completely out by the root, okay? So if you're on a quest of growth, if you're on that growth, on that path together, then it does look like that's what this energy is bringing right now. Ooh. You got 2 separate energies here. Complacency. I'm getting guilt with that. And then expansion. I'm getting, there might be a conversation about somebody wanting kids or not, and when they're expecting that, when they want to do that, and somebody might just be kind of like not ready, or somebody's just like waiting. Yeah, so the energy has to be both ways. We can't just sit and, you know, if somebody is coming to you and saying they want to work on something and you choose to work on it with them, it's time to expand based on those obstacles. Because it's only a failure if you need to rip it out by the root, but it makes room to fix it and plant something even more beautiful. Definitely a lot of guidance here. I feel like whenever somebody's angry, they can walk into a room. This is an Aries thing too. You can walk into the room and your partner, or vice versa, actually feels your energy, right? Or somebody thinks that you just don't even care, or vice versa. Someone's worried that, and then passion. Something that's going to keep you young. Is this relationship going to keep you young? Are your hobbies going to keep you young? Are they going to take you into an old age where you can look back through the window of life and see something beautiful and that flourished? I feel like that's her younger self talking to her about her life, reading from her personal book, right? And gender doesn't matter, it can be anything. Treat yourself like royalty. I wouldn't say expect others to treat you that way. Looking at life like it was built just for you, like it's your own castle. Oh, so nice. All right, let's see what this person wants to say to you. We do have a homemade deck here. It's a little thin, so don't take it, take it with a grain of salt. There's not very many options in here. Looking to expand it. Might even not use it. I just want to see how it goes. Let's see. What does Aries person feel or want to say to Aries? We're going to start with the group. Can we be more than friends? There could potentially be somebody in your energy or somebody around you that just kind of like, you brighten their day. You brighten their day. And you probably don't even notice them because you're so stuck on the other person, right? For the people in unrequited love. But I get it. We have to grieve. We have to grieve the losses. We have to give it time. We have to try to understand it. We can't just move forward and act like, oh, well, it's a learning process. It's lessons. Lessons on lessons. Stacked and stacked. All right, let's see. Anything else for the first group, please? So keep an open mind. A friend might come forward and say, hey, I really think you're sexy. I want to treat you. I want to take you on a date. And it's a date. Let's try one more time. That could be your energy, but somebody is bringing the idea, like somebody's contemplating, what it's going to be like if we try again. How many times has it been? Can we fully articulate what happened in the first place? Can we take ownership of the things that we need to work on? What steps have we done before we go back to that person What steps have we done? You know, what have they done to bring you that platter? Is it the same old stuff? Like, anyway, your eyes make me melt. I was getting that. Somebody in your energy loves your eyes, and they might like stare at you. You might catch them staring at you, or they're looking at you in like a really smushy way. I don't know why I want to say smushy. They're looking at you smushy. They're looking at you smushy. Anything else? Anything else? So these love readings are gonna be long, huh? Air sign. Could be dealing with an air sign. Or they could have a lot of air in their chart. Or you could have a lot of air in your chart. They could be really up in their head. And we have I miss you. Yeah. So it looks like there very well could be a reconciliation for somebody. And I think that the key here is to realize or to understand what trying one more time means. Right? What do you miss about that person? Can you miss somebody and move forward anyway? Is it something that you are willing to work on? You know, is it both-sided? Where are you going here? Are you fixing your grief? Are you fixing the sadness because you're alone? Or are you on a quest for growth? Right? Where are you guys on your path? And do you align? Do you empower each other? Do you build each other up? Just some questions to ask yourself. All right, for unrequited love, can we get some information, please? For December 2021, Aries, Group 1, the unrequited love, letting your friends help you. Main male. I'm getting a holiday party for some reason. Like an old hotel. Mature man. So they may know. Oh. So I think main male, whether this is you or the other person, somebody's really trying to make a mature decision. I think that maybe in one stance they're like, well, I'm trying to be mature and not like jump right back into the cycle, you know, or lead somebody on. Marriage is on the table, or marriage as far as like moving forward in a commitment or leveling up on your commitment, walking that path together. Someone who's proud. I'm getting somebody who's proud to have you on their arm. Somebody who, again, uplifts you and wants you to be your best self. So this person's thinking long and hard about what they want in their future. Right? Okay, and we have unexpected income, but I don't look at it as money. This could be unexpected situations that could take away or give to you. So if you're going through a lot of adversity with your person, what are they like? How do you guys get through problems? You know, what would happen if like the whole world, if you went homeless with your person and all you have is each other? What does that mean? What does it look like? Thoughts. Yes. So again, it's still being thought about, right? So you or the other person is still thinking and trying to make a mature decision with adjudication here. Trying to make a mature decision about what to do next. They're thinking long term here. So I don't think anybody's being screwed over. I don't think anybody's, you know, being shisty. I don't see competition on the table yet. So I'm seeing that they're thinking about getting through this thing called life with somebody. And is this my person? Is this really your person? Thinking about what it looks like, painting that picture. All right, what else for another group, please? Spirit. All right, let's see. These cards are interesting. It's the Kipper deck. Now we'll go to tarot. on Letterman. Whoa, these came out like this. So we have wealthy man and pathway. So it looks like somebody has a lot of options here, right? I'm not saying wealthy again as money, but I'm saying value. I'm seeing a lot, an abundance of plethora, if you will. So somebody has a lot of time, I feel like, with this clock I'm seeing here. They have a lot of time, and with the transformation, they're like, well, if I get better, maybe I'll get better. You know what I mean? So this could be the way that you need to be thinking. How long is your path? You know, commitment, marriage is a long time. You know, does this person deserve that? Do you want that? Would it be a high honor? Somebody might think it's a high honor that they would fight for this. You know. Main male. So main male, high honor, like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. That's what I'm getting. Woo. So occupation and thief. Some of you could be concerned about somebody in your workplace or wherever you spend most of your time. Or maybe your work takes too much of your time. Maybe you're a workaholic. Yeah. House. Maybe you're never home. Maybe it's time to focus more on each other. Somebody wants to spend more time with each other, you know what I mean? Despair. And bad health. I'm getting another group. Change. So someone has been through the ringer. I think someone kind of like hit rock bottom here. Thoughts and expectation. Wow. Okay, so someone's been through the ringer here. We've got bad health, we've got change, and despair. Hitting rock bottom, realizing where things went wrong and how you can heal and how you can take care of yourself. Maybe getting professional assistance as far as guidance, or going to a doctor and saying, okay, where do I start? You know, I want to get healthy. A mental doctor, whatever. And then on the road towards change, lightening your luggage, right? Lightening your luggage. You know, maybe it's your baggage that's making you sick. Somebody. Put yourself where you belong. 32 to 31. So despair and bad health. So it's kind of like a cycle here. How do you handle it? How is this person handling it? So somebody could have took this really hard. This could be you or the other person, but somebody's taking this very hard. And they're kind of going through this cycle of self-sabotage and self-blame. You know what I mean? Blame. Somebody could be blaming themselves into a cycle of self-sabotage. But it does look like change is on the table, yes. So change is on the table, and an opportunity will be provided. Somebody here knows that there has to be work to be done, and that somebody's expecting them to do better. Thinking about what to expect. So again, think about cycles and patterns of people in your life and how they handle things, you know, when they're sick or when they're troubled, because that could be getting in the way. My nose itches. All right, let's go to the tarot. All right. Get the past. Where are you going? Where is it not working? What makes sense? And what is the ultimate goal for the outcome? Alright, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Still growing as a reader. Been around for about a year, but I'm going to start putting out more content, you know, as I feel it. Ooh, look at it. Yeah. You know, swords wanted to show up, and my Light Seers Oracle, or Tarot. Okay. Ooh, here we go. What does Tarot have to say? Whoa. Ace of Swords in reverse and Justice in reverse. So someone is upset because there's no communication, or they're thinking about how they were done wrong. So someone could be, that could be what you need to free yourself from, or somebody needs to free themselves from, is you know, closure. Like, if somebody was legitimately trying to hurt you or manipulate a situation, they're not coming back with an apology. So I'm only saying that in this voice because it's frustrating. I mean, a lot of us have been there, right? But they're not going to be like, oh, I'm sorry for manipulating you. Oh, I'm sorry for only thinking about myself and twisting things. I'm sorry for leading you on. You know, like, they're not going to do that. I mean, some people do. But if you're going in circles thinking about what possibly could have happened or why this happened, you know, you're kind of like blowing all your energy, giving somebody else all the power. Sorry. All right. Bottom of the deck of Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So, rescinded offer, something that was supposed to go the long route, or you thought it was going to make the long haul. You thought this was a valuable opportunity that was going to make it, you know, to your 10 of Pentacles, but it looks like it's kind of on hold, blocked, or it's just not happening. Knight of Swords in reverse. Somebody might have had, yeah, there was probably a lot of reckless communication. Reckless communication meaning like hurtful words or saying things before you even thought about it. Putting carriage before the horse. Making promises that are just not realistic. And then we have the Seven of Cups, the Five of Pentacles. I'll show you these in a second. Clarifying them too. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. The Seven of Cups. Five of Pentacles. The Three of Wands. And then the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay. This goes. Okay. Okay. So it looks like definitely some crazy communication, like something just kind of spiraled out of control in the recent past. Or maybe it's a cycle or something that you're used to. It's just kind of like speaking before you think. And then you're like, wait, that's not what I meant. Or that's somebody else in your energy here. I'm getting promises, like making promises that weren't fulfilled or realistic. Because see how the bike just kind of like, he's running after the bike because he's going to, I don't know. But then again, it does also parked. So he could be running to it in order to get somewhere. It is in reverse, which generally is like reckless. Reckless, out of control. Could be thoughts. Let's see, we're going to get more information. Knight of Swords in reverse. For this is where they came from for Aries, please. Ace of Wands in reverse. So bad news. Missed opportunity, loss of passion. It could be that there were problems in the bedroom. And that led to racing thoughts. That it's kind of like where you saw, like some people's, okay, sorry, I'm uncomfortable. So, like that's kind of was your first hit. Like this wasn't gonna work out. There's just no passion. Where it came from with the Hermit. I feel like somebody's been thinking about this. Double in reverse again, Aries. Somebody's been thinking about this for a while. So we have in the recent past here. A lot. This is all major arcana too. This was a big deal. Someone has been thinking on their own, and they got a new perspective that they can break free from toxicity, that they can get out of this codependency. You know, realizing what they need to do. Maybe you're realizing what was toxic and what wasn't. Could be dealing with Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Pisces. The Hangman, he is gaining new perspective while it's uncomfortable. It's voluntary. Taking a pause until they reach enlightenment. Until clarity is had. But seeking inner truth, how does that person feel about it? How do you feel about it? Maybe you've had a lot of time to think about this because you've been in separation. Okay? And you're like, wow, that was really toxic. I got out of a situation that was, you know, we were really toxic together. You know, it's very rarely one-sided. But where you're going, 7 of Cups. I'm getting unsure. You want to be sure of yourself. So that way when you're provided with options and the universe provides you with options, it's like, you know, like if it's another test or if it's a growth path or if it's a level up, you know what I mean? Like, where are you and what are you going to expect? Because if you keep getting the same thing over and over again, there's a lesson that you need to learn. If what you got was an upgrade to what you previously had, you're on your way somewhere. There's still a lesson to be learned, but you're on your way. You know, you're getting to where you need to be for yourself, I guess. And that means there's just something way better out there for you. We just got to learn that lesson and then keep carrying on our way, right? All right, I'm going to shuffle again for Aries. 7 of Cups. We're clarifying. Someone's making a choice here, making a decision, and they're unsure. They're trying to hold on to one option. Yeah, there's no communication without clarity, right? Eyes. I feel like with the Ace of Swords in reverse, this could actually be somebody presenting themselves and then finding out later that it wasn't what it was. Like they weren't being authentic in the beginning, and they couldn't keep it up any longer. So we have the 8 of Pentacles here. Paying attention to the details. Again, somebody could potentially be working too much. Getting away from deceit, strategizing your way out. This could carry a potential heartbreak with it. Maybe somebody at work, somebody was unfaithful again with somebody who they work with, or in some sort of setting where they spend most of their time. Ace of Swords. So I think maybe you're going over, okay, so this is where you're going. Getting stuck in that cycle of looking at all the possibilities of what happened in the past instead of focusing on the future, right? Because the next stage, what's difficult for you is the 5 of Pentacles. Feeling shut out. It's like the key to the door is there, but it's like, I ain't going in there because they don't want me there. And it hurts. It hurts to feel shut out. It hurts. It's like I have the key. But you'll get out of this energy. I feel like whoever's the 5 of Cups, it really or 5 of Pentacles really wanted a stable commitment. They didn't want something non-traditional. They didn't want to be in an open relationship. They wanted something stable. Right? Something committed, something old school. You know, but you're still going to get on your horse and move forward, right? Maybe somebody it was no strings attached, right? No strings attached, passion. Knight of Wands is somebody who's very passionate, but it's not very deep. It's literally somebody who likes to taste different cups, if you know what I mean. And then we have 5 of Wands in reverse. So it's hard. So what's difficult about this situation is that somebody didn't want a deeper commitment. They wanted to just enjoy the passion, the creativity, and the fun. But they were never really, I don't see any pentacles here, so it was not really deep. Communication was off. Seemed to be always an exit strategy. And the more you think about it in the recent past, you realize that this could have been a very toxic situation or wasn't serving you. So I think that's why this was eliminated for somebody out there. If somebody doesn't talk to you while they're at work or when they're obviously people work, so they can't talk to you, but you know what I mean. They don't talk to you about work. You don't go to a holiday party together, that kind of thing. Might be a strategy there in order to avoid getting caught. But I'm not going to put those lies into your head. Not lies. I'm not going to put those things in your head because it's very, very rare. So don't go, if it's not apparent, do not put yourself in that story. But I think this could also be looking at all the reasons that something happened and getting overwhelmed. Paying attention to all the little details. But really, you just need to move forward and get out of this because you're not competing anymore. Getting away from the conflict. This didn't serve whoever's in the Five of Pentacles energy right now, feeling shut out, feeling left behind. You got rid of something that was shallow. Okay? It looks like it. I don't see Ace of Cups. I don't see... The only cups we got here is Seven of Cups. But this is what makes sense. Three of Wands. I feel like deep down you always knew that there was something more aligned with your heart space. More fun. Something that was more fun. But I think that you're still waiting for communication. Okay? Communication I don't see happening here. The Eight of Wands in reverse. It's blocked. Right? Or maybe you're going to block the other person. Three of Wands here. What is this? Whoa, Tower. Yeah, or you saw the Tower coming, or maybe you're looking at a Scorpio. So, it was a shock, but was it? But was it though? I feel like it seems like it makes sense that it erupted. It makes sense that it didn't work out, and there's Seven of Cups again. I feel like somebody was just very aloof. They weren't really... Like, you knew it was going to hurt. Like, man, it's going to hurt someday. I know you're not in it. This is going to hurt. But I'm going to keep my torches lit because I know I'm on my way somewhere. What's this Eight of Wands in reverse? Ooh. Okay, so if you completely block this person, or if this person blocked you and there's no communication at all, it's time to move forward. The Wheel of Fortune upright is calling you to create your next 10 years, if you will. You want to be grieving? Do you want to repeat the same cycle all over again? Because the universe is offering a whole new cycle for you. And if you don't learn the lesson, it'll be the same thing you had before. Or it'll be remnants of the same thing. Or even adding more. So it's really important, I think, right now, just to sit into it and kind of like what you're doing. You're analyzing it. Free yourself from internalizing any of that. Yeah. So be careful of getting stuck in an old cycle. It's time to... The wheel is turning. The wheel is turning. Ooh. And I know it's hard. It's hard because you're going to see some really harsh truths here. Maybe some truth will come out once you start actually looking at everything. How it was definitely making sense now after the fact. Hindsight is 20/20. Right? But it's all in your favor at this point. I feel like somebody's at a crossroads here where they're going to reconcile or not. And I think the biggest takeaway here is to look at what is growth and what is repeated cycles. What makes sense? Sorry if that was all over the place. This is my first time doing it this way. It'll get better, I promise. It'll get better, I promise. All right, let's see what's coming, though, for you. Let's use the Lenormand. Man, these are long. Maybe I should... All right, Aries, you're getting a long reading. But I'm going to have to shorten these. I talk too much, too. That could be it. Lenormand. All right. For Aries, for December, what is going to happen in December? What can they look forward to in December? What's going to happen in December? What's the possibility for them? Say that they move forward. Say that they're already been moving forward. They see everything clearly now and they're taking back control of their life. Ooh, the Fox. Okay, so far we got the Fox. I'm not going to say anything yet, but it's number 5. 9 of Clubs, so 9 of Wands. Defensive, okay. Give me a 9 card spread, please. Where it's like, calm down. It's not brushing it. So we got this clever new beginning here at 3-4. So we got 5 and 4. feel like, okay, so there's a couple different things going on here so far. We have the fox, we have the child, and we have the lady in waiting with the rose. Fully closed. Right. Jeez. Oh, yep. I'm getting expectation, strategy, expecting somebody to come back. Somebody just knows. Put yourself where you belong. Somebody just knows. It's a ritual. It's something that this person always does, right? Or somebody is being clever on a new beginning, but they have their face looking back. So keeping a door open in the past so that you can potentially go back. That's what it looks like. Some people. We got death. Anubis. I love Anubis. And then we have, it's the coffin. So an ending here. This could be bad health. Somebody's sick with the cross and the coffin. Let me get the overall energy here. Someone could be thinking, okay. We got the mice. There's fuzzy today. What is that? Okay, so those who are in a painful ending or an ending thinking that this person could be coming back or cleverly looking forward towards a new beginning, strategizing how they can make this, okay. Yeah, somebody gets angrier the longer that there's a withholding of communication. They want to be loyal. They want this to work, right? They want to reignite the passion. Figure out where it all went wrong. Somebody could have a change of heart. Center of the reading, we have the coffin energy with Anubis next to the cross. Behind the compass. So endings bring out new beginnings, right? And endings lead to beginnings. All relationships end until they don't. We have a breaking down in communication. Communication just kind of deteriorated, either to where it just got to the point where you feel like you speak a different language with somebody, or you just stop speaking altogether. We have the whip / broom. So that's anger, that's frustration, right? So the minute you stop looking at each other with compassion, I learned this recently. The minute you start to lose compassion for your partner, or the partners start losing compassion for each other, is when it comes out in your communication. The quicker you are to anger, the quicker you are to say cutting words, the quicker you are to just stonewall and not communicate at all, hurts just as much as bad words. But there's a new beginning on the table. So the longer that communication gets rocky, as far as like somebody is angry and saying mean things, it kind of starts to, it like hammers the nail into the coffin, right? It's like, okay, all right. And then to the point where it's kind of like, well, I'm looking more at this new beginning now. I just feel like I've done everything I can. I got to follow my heart. I got to follow my true north to see what else is out there. I'm going to grieve this loss and I'm going to move forward. So somebody's moving forward. I think if you've been getting in a lot of arguments, and I'm talking like saying mean things to each other, you know, maybe not drunken, because that's a different problem within itself. How are your thoughts towards the other person? That's how you really feel sometimes. Yeah. This is another thing where like loyalty is getting stronger. Anyway, let's go into the oracles. Let's read this one. What does Aries have to look forward to in love for December? Sorry, this wasn't the happiest of readings, but generally that's what tarot's for, is probably for guidance through the darkness, right? Guidance through the hard times. not really guidance, but just perspective. You know what I mean? Recognition. Seeing things clearly. Seeing it for what it is. Seeing somebody for who they are. I feel like that's somebody that could potentially be laughing at a situation now that they see it in hindsight. Then we've got trust. Trusting what you see, right? Ooh, gaslighting. Trusting what you see, trust your inner knowing, and trust your heart. Okay, nobody can tell you that your heart is wrong because that's how your heart feels, right? But some people are recognizing that they can trust somebody else or that there's trust issues. Communication. So trust and communication. So I'm also getting trust that communication will happen. Recognizing a pattern in communication or conversations or how you guys talk to each other, how things evolved or devolved throughout time, and trust your instincts. Trust what you're learning from that. You know, trust your intuition. Can it get better? Is it something that can evolve? Is it something that is purposeful? Is it something that is honest? Turn away and relax. You know, let go of hope for a little bit and just go with the flow. Get out of hope prison. Truth. Communication will bring truth. Look at the way somebody communicates with you. Every time you get emotional, does somebody shut you off and say you're being too emotional? Like, you're allowed to have feelings, okay? You heard me here first. Everybody's different. All right, Aries, this has been a long reading. I'm definitely going to shorten these for the next signs. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, comments, just definitely put them in the comment section below. I read them. And thank you for spending time with me. Please like and subscribe if this assisted you. We got cycles coming out. Vision. So it's time. Oh. Wow. So cycles on the bottom, getting away from a cycle, right? Explicitly, it's going around and around and around and around, hopping, and it's not even just one cycle with one person. It's like, are you repeating a cycle across different people? Are you the same person over and over again? 8, 4, 6, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have vision. Seeing things clearly. And it's the moon again. Right? It's a full moon. It's a time to relax and evaluate. See, how did I get here? Did I follow all the promises? Was I in denial? Nope. So denial of difference is not seeing things clearly previously. You're not seeing that this is just apples to oranges type of situation. This was that fruit is way too high for me to reach type of situation. I cannot reach fulfillment because it's like it just wasn't meant to be. So, conclusion. It'll help you close that book if you look at it as if it's a chapter in your book, right? Endings lead to new beginnings. Are you ready to let this go? Or is this something that you really deeply need to heal from because the other person does not want to redo it? Or can you get excited once you've learned the lesson? I don't know, just stuff to think about. No one's perfect. There's no manual to this shit. There's no manual to this shit. So don't kick yourself in the butt if, things aren't working out the way you want it to. It's, go watch more videos, get more perspective. Again, if this doesn't resonate, check your other signs. Well, you wouldn't be here if it didn't resonate. I'm sure a lot of people don't even make it to this part of the video. So, if you did make it, put butterfly in the comments. It's a test. Thank you very much. Again.